Hello, my channel mammals. What took you so long to get here? I've been waiting for you to read the Bible lesson this week. It's Wednesday, midweek. We're actually on point here. And the lesson this week is titled, God, the Preserver of Man. And we're going to read from sections 4 and 5. Section 4 starts out in Psalms. Preserve my soul, for I am holy. O thou my God, save thy servant that trusteth in thee. Whither shall I go from thy spirit? Or whither shall I flee from thy presence? If I take the wings of the morning and dwell in the uttermost parts of the sea, even there shall thy hand lead me, and thy right hand shall hold me. Acts. And when it was determined that we should sail into Italy, they delivered Paul and certain other prisoners unto one named Julius, a centurion of Augustus' band. And entering into a ship of Admirtium, we launched, meaning to sail by the coast of Asia. And when neither sun nor stars in many days appeared, and no small tempest lay on us, all hope that we should be saved was then taken away. But after long abstinence, Paul stood forth in the midst of them and said, Sirs, ye should have hearkened unto me, and not have loosed from Crete, and to have gained this harm and loss. And now I exhort you to be of good cheer, even though they did the wrong thing. For there shall be no loss of any man's life among you, but of the ship. For there stood by me this night the angel of God, whose I am, and whom I serve, saying, Fear not, Paul, for thou must be brought forth before Caesar. And lo, God hath given thee all them that sail with thee. And falling into a place where two seas met, they ran the ship aground, and the foreparts stuck fast and remained unmovable. But the hinder part was broken with the violence of the waves. And the soldiers' counsel was to kill the prisoners, lest any of them should swim and out and escape. They didn't want this, the prisoners to escape from all of their peril. That was funny. But the centurion, willing to save Paul, kept them from their purpose, and commanded that they which swim should cast themselves first into the sea and get to land, and the rest, some on boards and some on broken pieces of the ship. And so it came to pass that they escaped all safe to land, everyone. And in Science and Health, it says, the history of Christianity furnishes sublime proofs of the supporting influence and protecting power bestowed on man by his heavenly Father, omnipotent mind, who gives man faith and understanding whereby to defend himself, not only from temptation, but from bodily suffering. When the sea is stirred by a storm, then the clouds lower, the wind shrieks through the tightened shrouds, and the waves lift themselves into mountains. We ask the helmsman, do you know your course? Can you steer safely amid the storm? He answers bravely, but even the dauntless seaman is not sure of his safety. Nautical science is not equal to the science of mind. The lightnings and thunderings of error may burst and flash till the cloud is cleared and the tumult dies away in the distance. Then the raindrops of divinity refresh the earth. St. Paul says, there remains therefore a rest to the people of God, of spirit. Having faith in the divine principle of health and spiritually understanding God sustains man under all circumstances, whereas the lower appeal to the general faith in material means, commonly called nature, must yield to the all-might of infinite spirit. And now in section 5, in Acts, it says, and when they were escaped, then they knew that the island was called Melita, and the barbarous people showed us no little kindness. Oh, they showed us no little kindness. They were kind to them. Isn't that great? For they kindled a fire and received us every one because of the present rain and because of the cold. And when Paul had gathered a bundle of sticks and laid them on the fire, there came a viper out of the heat and fastened onto his hand. And he shook off the beast into the fire and felt no harm. Psalms. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. The divine love, which made harmless the poisonous viper, which delivered men from the boiling oil, from the fiery furnace, from the jaws of the lion, can heal the sick in every age and triumph over sin and death. Let us rid ourselves of the belief that man is separated from God and obey only the divine principle, life and love. There is, here is the great point of departure for all true spiritual growth. I'm going to read that again. It's so important. Let us rid ourselves of the belief that man is separated from God. That's a belief. And obey only the divine principle, life and love. Here is the great point of departure for all true spiritual growth. Detach sense from the body or matter, which is only a form of human belief, and you may learn the meaning of God or good and the nature of the immutable and immortal. Breaking away from the mutations of time and sense, you will neither lose the solid objects and ends of life, nor your own identity, fixing your gaze on the realities supernal. You will rise to the spiritual consciousness of being, even as the bird which has burst from the egg and preens its wings for a skyward flight. In Colossians, Paul writes, when Christ, who is our life, shall appear, be manifested, then shall we also appear, be manifested with him in glory. When spiritual being is understood in all its perfection, continuity, and might, then shall man be found in God's image. The absolute meaning of the apostolic word is this: then shall man be found in his likeness, perfect as the Father, indestructible in life, hid with Christ in God, with truth in divine love, where human sense hath not seen man. I think there might be one more little bit. No, I think that's, wait, is that right? Yeah, that's the end of section 5. I'll just read that again. It's kind of a lumpy ending I made there. Okay, it says, the absolute meaning of the apostolic word is this: then shall man be found in his likeness, perfect as the Father, indestructible in life, with Christ, hid with Christ in God, from truth in divine love, where human sense hath not seen man. There we go. Take those little gems and jewels and just enjoy them all the week. And you can read the lesson or listen to the lesson by looking it up in the description of our channel. Well, I'll see you next week in the same regard with the next lesson. Thank you so much for being with me today. Bye.